So welcome to the Falmec Learn It training this morning. Today we'll be specifically reviewing the innovative NRS product offering from Falmec. But before we get into the actual product, wanted to let you know that we will be having a brief quiz at the end of this training. There'll be some multiple choice questions and you can participate in this live quiz using a software called Kahoot. You can either download the Kahoot app onto your iOS or Android device, or you can go to kahoot.it. So we'll bring that up at the end. The winner of the quiz gets a $50 gift card. But on to Falmec, just a quick overview of the company. Falmec is a ventilation only company. That's all they do. They specialize in that, and they're made in Italy, just outside the city of Venice, in a town called Vittorio Veneto, and it's a family-owned and operated company for over 40 years. They're in their second generation of family ownership, and I have personally been to the factory a few times, and it is one of the most impressive factories I have ever been in. State-of-the-art, just the cleanliness, the robotics, the attention to detail that their employees have is just really incredible. And because of all of this and their heritage, they've won numerous international design awards. And the thing that really excites me about Falmec is the quality. It's the fit and the finish of the product. Every single corner and edge is seamed and welded. There's no metal that's folded over, even in the areas that you can't see. So it's a level of detail and craftsmanship that you expect out of Italy, and they execute that extremely well. They also have a very vertically integrated type of manufacturing where they control a lot of the processes and parts. They're not just necessarily bending metal and putting components together. They're actually assembling and fabricating some of these components, including the motors, all in-house. So it results in a very high quality for the product. So speaking specifically about the NRS. So the NRS stands for Noise Reduction System, and it uses a patented sound dampening material inside of all of the hoods, and the entire hood is actually padded, like basically insulated, similar to the way you would do a luxury car, has sound dampening pads in the doors and in the panels. It's the same type of concept. So when you talk about ventilation, hoods, the biggest issue is hoods are loud. And when hoods are loud, people don't turn them on, or they turn them on low, and therefore they're not as effective, or they don't really serve any purpose in the kitchen. So for hoods to work well, they need to be on, and they need to be also on at high speeds. And that's really where you get the value and the benefit of a hood. By moving air at a high speed, you're able to get that heat, the odor, and the smoke out of the kitchen. And you're also able to filter out the grease at that point. But the air's got to be moving at a high speed. The problem is when you move air at a high speed, the hood gets loud, so people turn it down. A misconception is people think, oh, this hood's quieter than this hood because it's got a better motor. Electric motors make virtually no noise. The noise in a hood comes from the movement of air. So how Falmec has addressed this with the NRS is by dampening the noise, basically insulating the entire hood and really trapping the sound inside. And so inside of every single NRS hood, it's a solid hood, and I've got one here behind me, which we'll look at, and it's coated with a special recycled fire retardant material. And this is just an example of an elbow here. But this fire retardant material is a really heavy foam material that keeps it quiet and really achieves an ultimate noise reduction of up to 86% in the kitchen. So you can actually turn your hood on loud and not have to talk over it. You can even whisper in your kitchen with a Falmec NRS hood. The quality of the material is made from 100% 304 stainless steel. We have 500 and 600 CFM models, and this hood has earned the Quiet Mark designation in Europe as the quietest hood on the market. A couple of the other things you can see here is at the bottom, we have 7 different models that are included in the NRS collection. Working from left to right, we have the Lumina, which is actually also here behind me. Beautiful hood with ambient LED lighting. We have the Plain, which is a traditional or I should say contemporary T-style hood. We have 2 inserts, the Incasso, which is going to be a smaller footprint insert, about 20 inches. Then we have the Massimo, which is a larger footprint. This is more of a baffle style pro insert, big heavy duty baffle filters. We've actually got some here. So, and then the next 3 hoods are all part of the professional collection. The first is the Line Pro. So it's still going to be a T-style hood, but it's got a thicker base to it. It's about 4 inches. And we're also able to put in pro style baffle filters in that hood. And that's actually the hood we'll demo here on the table behind me. And then we also have the Pyramid Pro in the NRS collection, traditional pyramid style hood, and then a pro style canopy hood that's 18 inches tall. One other thing I'd like to point out here is if you look at this diagram, that you can kind of see those blue lines are the airflow. And so this is a diagram of a T-style NRS hood. And the motor is actually up in the top of the hood here, okay? And then we bring the air up, and that V that you see there actually is splitting the air into 2 paths or 2 channels and bringing the air in both sides of the blower wheel. And the advantage to that is by separating the airflow, you're also able to achieve a quieter operation from the hood, and you're also going to have less resistance of air. There's going to be less turbulence inside the hood, so it works for a smoother operation. So the installation applications, we have 2 with the NRS. Every single NRS hood comes with 3 main components. It comes with the hood. It also comes with an insulated pipe. I also have behind me. So it's about a 2.5 foot pipe. And then it has the 90-degree elbow. So the idea is when you install an NRS hood, to keep that ultra quiet operation, you want to insulate all the air, the ducting included, inside the room. Once you get it inside the room, whether you're terminating into an attic or an exterior wall, or maybe just into a crawl space or something to that effect, you want to insulate the air inside the room. So the elbow, the pipe, and the hood is included with every single NRS hood in the box. We also have an optional special conveyor. So it's basically a souped up recirculating kit. So if you do need to do recirculating, we do have that option as well. And it's going to use an insulated pipe here with a filter on the top that not only helps get the smoke out, but it also tries to reduce the noise as well. Now, this recirculating application is going to be quiet, but it's not going to be as quiet as actually exhausting the hood with a vented installation application. But it would be the quietest recirculating hood on the market. So next, I'd like to just show you a quick video. We mentioned that the Falmec is owned by, it's a family business, and they're in their 2nd generation. And so this gentleman here, his name is Christian Poser, and he's part of the family, and he's also their chief engineer. So he's going to quickly show and demo how the NRS technology works, and then we'll actually show it to you here behind me. So please let us know if you can't hear the sound, but it should work.
What makes NRS so unique is that it is a holistic approach to making a silent Ranger hood. From the motor to the filters to the ducting, Falmec has engineered the NRS hoods to be the quietest on the market. NRS was created to bring silence back to your kitchen, being able to achieve excellent air extraction result without compromising on a quiet hood.
We are at the Falmec showroom to explain you our NRS technology. To develop this technology, we have worked with the Padova University, one of the most important institutes in Italy. We have started our project analyzing the source of the noise, the air itself. We have eliminated all the air turbulences, optimizing the airflow and then insulating it with a special phono-absorbent material. The core of this technology is this box, which is integrated in every NRS hood. Inside the box, the first thing we can see is the particular shape, designed to optimize the airflow. The foam is made by the special recycled material and protected with a special coating which protects the surface from any residual grease and oil coming from cooking. Every NRS hood is equipped with a special NRS pipe and elbow made with the same material in order to insulate the airflow all along the duct until the exit. When used in filtering mode, a special air conveyor is available to have smoother and quieter air outlet. As you can hear, the result is excellent. Comparing to a standard hood, we have achieved a reduction on noise level up to 86%.
Finally, you're able to cook, work, talk, and even whisper in your kitchen while your NRS is operating.
So I don't know if y'all caught that, but the DBs on a 36-inch hood installed in a pretty standard application where you have less than an 8-foot duct run is right around 51 to 52 decibels. I mean, that's dishwasher quiet. So it's an extremely quiet operation. So let's take a quick look here, and I'll try to point the camera so you guys can see it and speak loudly. So what we have here is our Pro style. We call it a Line Pro, so it's going to be a T-style hood, and the entire hood, all up in here, also this entire box is all completely insulated with this foam material. So when you go to knock on it, it's not hollow. A lot of most other hoods are hollow because the hoods are kind of just an empty shell that holds a blower and some baffle filters. So this is a completely solid material. It is a very, it's not a lightweight hood. So we do have very firm brackets here, and the installation needs to definitely be screwed into a studded type area. So as I mentioned, the motor is actually here in the top, and then we've got that V shape down here that you saw in the video is going to split it, bring the air in, and then ventilate it out here through the pipe. So what I'm going to do now is we'll lay it down and we'll actually turn this hood on. And again, I don't know how well we'll be able to hear in the webinar application, but we'll try our best. So I've got the hood on right now at low, and so we will turn it on high here. Hopefully you can hear that. Got a rag here. You can see the flow of the air flowing about 600 CFM, and it's very loud. And the reason why is we're hearing the movement of air coming out the back of this hood. But as soon as we take the NRS pipe and we duct it, it's silent. So it's completely silent operation because you're not hearing the movement of air anymore. So we're creating a silent operation by using this NRS technology. And what we're doing is we're insulating the air from the point where it gets picked up at the cooking, just above the cooking surface, all the way out of the room. And as I mentioned, depending on your application, this comes in the box, the pipe, and this pipe can be cut to whatever height you need. If you're in a shorter ceiling application, you know, where you just need to go quickly out, you can cut it to 6 inches, 8 inches, 10 inches, or we include an elbow that can actually attach right to the top if you need to do an immediate 90-degree turn right out of the hood. We also include, I'm going to tip it back up, but we also do have the option of doing a recirculating, basically duct. And so as you can see here, it's got insulation all the way through there, and it goes into a foamed area at the top where the air would then exhaust back out of here into the room. So it's a very, very quiet recirculating option, and it's an accessory. It is not going to be as quiet as actually ducting, of course, but it will be one of the quietest recirculating options out there on the market. And it just simply attaches here to the top, as you can see. All right, so that's a quick demo of the NRS hood from Falmec. Hopefully that's helpful. You know, we are kind of making a big push of this brand this fall and this technology. We do have some very, very aggressive, you know, display programs as well to put this live in your showroom. The last thing I'll say about NRS is, as you think from a sales process, what gets you really excited? When we do trainings, I ask people, I'm like, hey, how much money do you make on the free hood that the customer gets with their package? And the answer is nothing. You know, you don't make any money on when you give stuff away. So you have to really have a good reason to say, hey, instead of that free hood, let me show you this hood. Let me show you this hood. And sometimes that's style, but ultimately this is the greatest benefit that the consumer can have in their kitchen. They can actually get a quiet hood. And it's a huge differentiator from the rest of the competition and the rest of the brands out there, because you're giving them something that it provides tremendous value that they can actually experience on a daily basis, is having a quiet hood. So to take a customer, instead of let them have that free hood, to upgrade them to an NRS hood, like this hood here is about $1,800 retail. You know, it's a big step, but to show them that benefit, you have to have this product live. You have to demo it for them and say, hey, let me show you how quiet this hood is. Hit the button and let them hear and experience the difference for themselves. So if you're really wanting to sell this product, you can be very successful with it. We've had some great dealers, you know, sell a lot of these hoods, but they did it by having one of them installed live. So we also have some of these videos available that you can show your customers and whatnot, but the key is to show it in a live application. So with that, we'll open it up for any questions, and then we'll jump into the Kahoot training. So do you have any downdraft technologies with the NRS? Not at this time. We do have a downdraft. We're actually going to do a separate Learn It training specifically on that, but it does not have the NRS installation in it at this time. But it's actually on the drawing board. We talked about it about a year ago. Any other questions? All right, we'll jump straight into the Kahoot training. So I'll let, well, we got one more question. Okay, I guess not. So we'll let Tiffany jump into the Kahoot training.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We'll go ahead and get into the Kahoot. So keep in mind that you need to join via the website or on an app using your phone at Kahoot !, or you can go to kahoot.it. What it will do is ask you for a game PIN, which we're generating now. So 9401804 is the PIN that you'll enter into your device. And keep in mind that this generates your points. The faster you answer correctly, the more points you accrue. So keep that in mind as we work through the game. Give everyone just a few more seconds to join. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So first question, what does NRS stand for? Noise recycling system, noise receiving solution, noise reduction system, or noise reprocessing solution? Noise reduction system. What percentage of noise is reduced by using the Falmec NRS collection? 56, 76, 66, or 86%? The correct answer is 86%. Noise and ventilation comes from the motor. True or false? False. Which designation did the Falmec NRS collection earn in Europe? Good Design Award, Noise Abatement Award, Red Dot Award, Quiet Mark. The correct answer is Quiet Mark. Oh, we got some shifts there. True or false? The Falmec NRS models can be installed using both vented and recirculating applications. True. Which items are included in every Falmec NRS hood? NRS elbow, pipe, NRS hood, and the external wall louver. The elbow, pipe, and hood are all included in each piece that we ship. True or false? The Falmec NRS insulating foam is fire retardant. And that is true. So let's see our results. The second runner-up is Paulina. Good job, Paulina. First runner-up is Al. And our winner is Ed. Great job, Ed. I'll get in contact with you regarding your $50 gift card.
All right. Thank you, everyone. If you have any other questions, you can throw them in the chat code or the chat box. But we appreciate your time and joining us. We will also do a recording of this, so you will see that on the Pinnacle training portal on pinnaclesalesgroup.com. Thank you and have a great rest of your Friday.